Hey everybody. Okay, so I do apologize for the background noise. My son's on the couch watching TV while my daughter is sleeping. So this is what we're doing. Okay, so I want to try to make this as short as I can. Last week it did not work. I'm not really sure why it didn't work, but oh well. We've moved on. So we are now in week 5. Okay, so it is nope, it's Thursday. I don't know what day it is. It's Thursday. Anyway, sorry. One of these days I'll know what day it is. Okay, so tomorrow night you have worksheet 3 and worksheet 4 due for your MLA. Then by tomorrow night you also have a quiz. You'll notice, okay, right here, this document, we're going to open this up. This document is essentially what I made the MLA quiz off of. Okay, so you are free to use this. You are free to use the internet, whatever you need to do the quiz. You get 2 attempts to take the quiz. Okay, that's it, 2 attempts. All right. Let's see. The other thing that you had that was due 2 days ago, I do apologize for not reminding anyone, was the research exercise. That is just to make you aware of how to essentially use Union's library database and to see how to figure out the reliability of a piece of work, like a scholarly article or a source. Essentially, it's a source. As we move into next week, okay, your final writing assignment is due on Monday. Now, let's take a gander at this, okay? A sneaky. You also have a discussion post due by Sunday night. But let's look at this final writing assignment, shall we? We shall. Again, I apologize if this is too loud. Let me try to. I'm out of 2 seconds, but that's okay. Here it is. Okay, so your final writing assignment. Now, I really don't like to read off of things because people know how to read, but I feel like I'm going to this time. So you were introduced to both the argumentative essay and the analytical essay. These are 2 essential essays you need to learn how to effectively write and navigate in order to one day do a research paper in 102 or possibly in like a history class or any other class. You need to be able to, make your points, prove them, and analyze them as well. So these are very essential to basically your academic future. That makes it sound really like intense. So I don't mean that. Yeah, that's my kid. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to combine the 2, okay, which you kind of do anyway. You're going to combine argument and analysis to create one essay. So I gave you some topics that you could choose from, or you could take one of those essays. So either the analytical essay that you wrote or the argumentative essay that you wrote and expand on it. Okay, so that means you're going to take what you already wrote and now you're going to look at the corrections that I might have given you to make or the suggestions that I gave you. Christian, not right now, please. Just let me finish the video, okay? And then you can do it. You need to now include a source, hence why you did that research exercise, okay, to use the library database. Now, this sometimes gets a little tricky because you want to make sure that it's going to work for you, that the source you choose works for you. And that can be time consuming because it means that you have to actually read the piece or at least find something that's going to be useful. You can't just pick one and be like, bam, that's it. You got to look through it. So again, I tried to give you some good argumentative essay topics that require a little more intense analysis of the sides. Obviously right now we're in the thick of it again with this mask, no mask debate. You also have homework. Okay, is it harmful or is it beneficial? college versus trade school versus military, a lot of people now are saying that college is a waste of time and money. Do I agree? I can't really tell you, mostly because I need a job. However, you know, do we need something? Is it truly as big of a requirement as people have told us in the past? Then of course we have abortion and capital punishment, two very heavily debated, talked about issues over many, many years. Okay, so those are possible topics. You can always come up with one on your own if you don't like any of these topics or you don't want to expand on one of your own essays. Just, you know, just kind of throw it at me first to see if it's going to be okay. Sometimes students come up with a great idea, but then they get a little lost in what they're trying to argue. So I can help you to narrow that down. Now, the guidelines for your paper. Okay, it needs to be 12-point font Times New Roman. You do lose points if it is not 12-point Times New Roman. Okay. Secondly, it needs to be double spaced. Double spaced. That means that your heading is double spaced. You hit enter one time, title, enter one more time, and you start your paper. There is no excess space in between your heading, the title, and the paper itself. Okay, you do not put a cover page. MLA does not use cover pages as APA. And unless otherwise stated, no cover page. So again, no cover page. You will need a works cited page. That will be the final page, okay? And I will show you what I mean by all of this if you just bear with me. It is going to be 4 to 6 pages. Now, up to this point, you have only really had to write 2 pages. I do fully believe that you can do this up to 4 pages. That means that you need to get at least 1 paragraph on the 4th page, okay? Not 1 line, that does not count, that is 3 pages. You need at least 1 paragraph on that 4th page, okay? Then page 5 is your works cited. Your works cited does not go on the same page as your paper itself. It goes on its own page, okay? You are now to include 2 outside sources. They are not allowed to be Wikipedia. I'm gonna say that again, no Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not a real source. It is not reliable. Anybody can do anything on there. You also cannot use Urban Dictionary. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but you just never know. Let's see, make sure you have your citations. You have done now 4 exercises and a quiz that have helped you understand how to do citations, meaning internal, not internal, internal or parenthetical citations, okay? Now, when you guys possibly have a question about MLA, maybe refer to discussion 5, which talks about MLA, because you are required to ask a question about MLA. So you might find the answer to a possible question in there before you need to message me. I think that's about it. I am now going to give you an example real fast. Let me just stop my share so I can put this up. Bear with me. Let's do this one. Just gotta wait. Share screen. Just gotta wait for my computer. Share screen as the shared window is closed. Okay, that's great. Isn't that fantastic? Here it is. Okay. Come on, computer. All right. So, come on. There we go. So the only thing is that this needs to also be double spaced. Okay. So there we go. Now it's correct. Right, so you'll see that I have a heading, or I'm sorry, a header up here. I am not requiring a header. If you know how to do it, excellent. It is required for MLA, but I am not requiring it for this paper. Reason being is that it just, some people get really hung up on this and there's no need. So I want you to have your heading, which is going to be your name, my name, the assignment, the date, whatever. Okay, then you see here's the title right here. Oops, I don't know what I just did. There is my title. Okay, so I went from my heading, I entered 1 time, I wrote my title, I entered 1 more time, I put a nice quote because I don't know why. And then I started my paper. Notice there is no excess spaces. between any paragraphs or my heading and a paragraph. There is no need for that. You will lose points. Okay. Also, do not put extra spaces in between your punctuations. Also, no need. You'll lose points. Why? Because that's just silly. You're just trying to take up room. I'm wise to the game. I get it. I've been there. Okay, let's go to the works cited page real fast. Sorry, this was a longer paper. All right. Now, the only thing that I did not do here on this page was double space them. They are meant to be double spaced. Okay. You'll notice the hanging indent. Okay. That's something on your quiz. So what you do is you type in your, let's just try to fix it real fast. Okay. Oopsies. Bear with me. Okay, so this is my source. We're going to go with this first one, Academy Group Inc. Okay, so that first line stays all the way over to your left margin. Okay, then your next line where it's Academy Group Inc. but italicized, you're going to tab it one time. Okay, it goes, it's like a backwards indent. All right, so each line following that first line in the same source has to be indented. I'm almost done. Okay, so that is something that you should know. If you go into 102 and you don't have me for 102, your professor will most likely be very impressed that you know how to do this. So you're welcome. Just kidding. If you have me, then awesome, because I don't have to tell you again. Just kidding. I do know that Google Docs gives a little bit of a hard time to do this particular format. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Microsoft Word is easy enough though. So just make sure you do that. Let's see. I think that's it for that. What is the other thing I wanted to say? It'll come to me eventually. This is going to bother me now. Let me just pull this back up. Okay, so again, your please do your very best not to write it as a text entry when you submit. That makes it very difficult for me to comment on. And by very difficult, I mean, I can't comment on it at all. I can submit like a sidebar comment that you can then look at. However, I can't put corrections or bubbles or anything or strikeouts or highlights on the paper itself when you do it as a text entry. But when you upload it as a document or a file, I can then make corrections on it. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I think that's it. Okay, so let's just go over due dates one more time, because we are coming to the very end of the semester, which is awesome for everyone. So your research assignment was due 2 days ago. Okay, that was due on the 10th. The next upcoming assignment you have due is your MLA worksheet 3, worksheet 4, and your MLA quiz. Okay, your MLA quiz is only open until midnight. So just keep that in mind. After that, you have a discussion post that is due on Sunday. And then Monday, your final writing assignment is due. Okay, and that is the last assignment that you will have to do for my class. And then that's it. And then we start the fall semester. Crazy. It's just crazy. I believe now that is it. Okay, so I hope you guys have a good weekend. Try not to stress too much over this. This is not a big paper. It's not a big deal. Just relax. Write everything out first, then go back and edit. Make sure you proofread. A lot of errors that I catch from your papers in particular are because they were not proofread. Okay. Give it once over. My best advice, it sounds really stupid, is if somebody else can't read it for you to go over, read it out loud. Your brain forces you to read every word that's on the page versus when you're reading in your head and you skip over pages because you know what you're trying to say. If you read it out loud and you stumble, you might hear a mistake. I think, yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm good. I'm done. I'm sorry. This is enough of everyone's time. again, I hope you guys all have a good weekend. Please reach out if you need anything, and maybe I'll see you in the fall. Bye, guys.